If you like seeing passes, crashes, people all around having a great time,
Holy shit, man, what a nerdy race! Yeah.
then you need to watch this. Me and my two friends Kagan and Lucas trucked down from the San Francisco Bay Area all the way to the Shasta Supermoto track in Redding. We were going to the practice session on late Friday and race on Saturday and Sunday. Saturday was all asphalt and Sunday including dirt and asphalt. We set up a cool paddock area with our 3 Huskies in a row. Kagan has a lot of experience road racing, but this is his first ever Supermoto event. In usual fashion, we had some great debates about what the best line is on the track. We had a great barbecue that evening and more debates about race tactics. Everyone went to bed knowing that their tactic clearly must be the winner. We woke up early to get the warmers on the bike and have some breakfast before the first practice sessions. Before our first heat, we watched some great mini racing, with number 277 Valencia winning on a really cool electric bike. It was awesome to see him torque out of the corners on that thing. Now it was time for us to get racing. They split up the heat into 2 sessions. Me and Kagan ended up in the same heat, and Lucas was in the second one. Our starting positions were randomized. I started from 6th and Kagan from 9th. My plan was to go around on the outside of the first row into the first corner, and it worked perfectly. I was now in 3rd in the first lap. Having a great start is really key when racing on this type of a track configuration, with really tight corners that are hard to pass in. I set up for a pass on the straight long before getting there, by planning for a late apex entry onto the straight. It worked beautifully and I was now in 2nd place. Kagan had moved up into 4th. He did not have a camera with him, but one of the racers high-sided trying to pass him on the brakes after the straight. The race was red flagged because of this and everyone kept the position they were in for the main event. Now it was time for Lucas's heat. He started from 1st. Number 75 Ruli made a great pass going into the first corner. Lucas and Ruli had a great battle the entire race, with Ruli taking 1st place. The first row for the main event was now set. We had a great first row with 75 Ruli, 121 Mazada, me, Lucas. Mazada was significantly faster than any of us, so I was expecting him to disappear. Me, Ruli and Sadas were all very close in lap times, and I was going for an early pass in order to run a blocking line throughout the race. My tactic worked out. Mazada disappeared from view and both Lucas and Ruli was behind me the entire race, basically trying every line imaginable to pass me. I was really happy for this 2nd place and was confident more great races was to come the next day. And let me tell you, there is some epic racing coming up, you don't want to miss this. We woke up early again and learned that they would be running timed practice, with lap time setting the grid for the heat races. The first race of the day saw Lucas face off with 75 Ruli again, finishing in the same order as usual. Now my first heat race was up. Last year I always raced Vet 30 Plus to gain experience, but not to try and get any great result, as the racers in this class were so much faster than me. But now I was ready to start battling with these guys, so buckle up because we are in for a battle now. I'm starting from 4th. Number 678 McEnroe, starting from 3rd, was kind enough to give me his GoPro footage of our battle. I had a less than stellar start, but kept my 4th position going out from the first corner. 121 Mazada and 88 Dixon quickly disappeared in front of us, and I was now on McEnroe's tail. Oh, look here, looks like I can set up a pass on the brakes on the straight. Let's see if I can catch him in any other places. He looks better than me in the dirt, so if I pass him, I better make myself really wide. Oh, he's going for the outside line. That line is slow as heck on the exit. Grab the inside, Michael. Now, get him, get him! Now McEnroe is setting up a pass on the straight with late apexes. He's not close enough to get me. He has a look on the outside going from the dirt to asphalt to dirt. I'm really pushing myself here, going beyond my comfort level riding in the dirt. You can see that I'm deliberately pushing my elbows way up in the air to keep control of the front wheel and not slide out. McEnroe has another look at the end of the straight, seeing that he can brake later than me. I'm still too far in front of him. I'm pushing really hard in the dirt again, since I know he's on my tail. McEnroe slowed down slightly at the end of the heat, probably because this only sets our starting position for the main event. More epic racing was to come in this event. Now it was time for the Open Amateur heat. I was starting from second, Lucas third. I had a bad start while Lucas shot away like a rocket. I was now in third place behind 282 Forder. I got on the throttle earlier onto the straight. Forder then gets on the brakes really early and I immediately took advantage. Lucas was going really hard and tucked the front going into the dirt. I hesitated for a split second seeing Lucas go down hard, but I had to keep on moving. I was now in first place. I kept first place until the next to last lap, where my front wheel came out of the berm in the corner leading to the asphalt. I got up quickly and still finished third in the heat. This was surely going to be an epic race as well. Now, ladies and gentlemen, comes one of the best supermoto races I have ever seen or been in. I'm starting from third. To my left is 88 Dixon and 121 Mazada. To my right is 678 McEnroe. McEnroe gets me in the start and I'm down to fourth. Mazada stalls his bike going into turn 2, I say thanks and grab second place. Mazada restarts his bike and manages to pass 21 Severson immediately. McEnroe is now in fifth. McEnroe passes Severson on the straight. Mazada passes me in the first jump into the dirt. I'm now in third with McEnroe on my tail. I know that he's on me and I'm going to make myself very wide now. McEnroe starts doing late apexes to catch me onto the straight. He has a look, but he can't make a pass. He tries to pass me on the first jump in the dirt. Then on the outside in the dirt to asphalt the dirt corner. Because he tries to pass me, 21 Severson catches up and passes McEnroe. Severson goes right up on my rear wheel. McEnroe goes to the outside in the corner exiting from the dirt. Severson can't keep up with me on the asphalt and McEnroe passes Severson on the brakes coming from the straight. He catches up to me quickly in the dirt, but my wide as two semi-trucks line is working. Looking at McEnroe's riding, he looks pissed now. He's out to pass me wherever possible. He does his usual late apex onto the straight. I see him in my peripheral vision and release the brakes so he can't pass, and then re-engage them to not blow the corner. You know he's real pissed off now. He tries to pass me on the outside going into the dirt. I see him and go out wider to block. McEnroe tries to pass me in the first jump. I almost tuck the front on the brakes but save it in the last second. This screws up McEnroe's line and Severson is back. You know McEnroe is swearing in his helmet right now. Severson makes a couple of mistakes on the asphalt and McEnroe passes in turn 1. He still gets me on the straight with a late apex line and passes me on the inside. I try to go wider and cut back in, but it doesn't work. I do everything I can to catch up. McEnroe makes a mistake coming out of the dirt, but so do I. McEnroe grabs third and I fourth. Now that is what I call racing, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh man, holy shit man, what a nerdy race!
There's more to come, so stick around. Now it was time for the Open Amateur main event. Lucas decided not to start in this one because of his shoulder. I was starting from third as I had gone down in the heat. I get one of my trademark starts and cut inside going into the first corner. Number 560 Shellcross grabbed second place and I create a gap on the straight. I had done a lot of races this weekend and this was my last race. Being completely exhausted, I was running a second slower per lap than what I had done in the Bet 30 race. But because they were jostling for position behind me, I was still able to open up a gap. Number 282 Forder passes Shellcross and proves to be really good in the dirt section, catching up to me little by little. In the next to last lap, he makes a really heroic pass in the dirt. I catch up to him on the asphalt, but I just can't keep up with him in the dirt section. Forder won the race with me in second place. Now I went out to capture the main event of the day, the Open Expert main event. With number 25 McAllister, 121 Mezada, number 41 Raymer, and 88 Dixon on the front row. McAllister had a great start. 41 Raymer overtakes Mezada into the first corner. Number 32 Pierce passes Dixon before the straight. McAllister creates a big gap already in the first lap. McAllister wheelies over the finish line for the victory, Raymer finishing second and Pierce in third. If you want to get into racing, come out and race some Supermoto with us. You're gonna have the time of your life.